Hi Aquarius, welcome to your what should you do or what do I need to do reading for May 14th through 13th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, and I have also the recommend a reader shoutouts. There are two. They go to Helix Universe and OJC Astrology. So much love and support to them, and hopefully you get a chance to check them out and show them some love as well. All right, Aquarius, what do you need to do? All right, Aquarius, what do you need to do? Got the Queen of Swords here. Could be Libra, doesn't have to be. This is telling it like it is. This is about being decisive. Sometimes it's called the bitch card, but this is somebody, that somebody could be ruthless. But it could also be somebody who is just it doesn't have to be a Libra or even Aquarius or Gemini. It could just be somebody that's very clear thinking and organized and is not pulling any punches because they're after what they want. And this also could be online communication, even fighting, online arguments. It's frozen. Is it still frozen? It doesn't look frozen. All right. Oops. Okay. So we've got the King of Cups and the Sun here. This could be Leo. This could be Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. All right. So, is it deciding what you want about this Pisces, or hold on a minute here? All right, that's better. So, is this deciding what you want regarding a Pisces? Is this you fighting online with the Pisces? All right. This is probably about things moving forward or conflict resolution or both, right? So we've got the moon, sun and the moon. Interesting. Could be somebody as a sun and moon sign Cancer, sun and moon sign Pisces, Leo. Pisces, Cancer, Leo. We got the Nine of Cups here. This is the moon, sorry. Nine of Pentacles. Jeez Louise. Page of Pentacles. Death, that could be Scorpio. Eight of Wands. If I can get this a little more center here. Hello. And the moon. No, it isn't. It's the High Priestess. The moon. I'm looking at the moon. This could also be Pisces or Cancer. All right, Aquarius. This could be Pisces. Good gracious. Okay. Pisces, 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 Cancer, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Wow. Leo. Okay. So the issue is things resolving and working out, like for everybody. It's like the thing is about things being a win-win, being on the same page, conflict resolution. You are right to mistrust. You are right to mistrust. This could be an issue of somebody not being trustworthy or valuing your worth, somebody that kind of is duplicitous or does things that aren't in your best interest or the couple's best interest, who gives very little. The relationship could very well be one-sided, but this is somebody that's always kind of strategic about what and when they give, and they tend to be, if I'm honest, cheap. This is somebody who's kind of cheap, passive-aggressive, could be petty. Oof. You need to end things. You are right to distrust things, and you need to end things. You need to let this go and move on quickly. You need to let this go and end things quickly. And so perhaps that's what this is being decisive. And maybe the question is things working out with somebody who might be very emotionally domineering and controlling and manipulative. And we got three major, four, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana here. So this is pretty, this relationship is pretty heavy duty, Aquarius. And it feels like, again, you're at the crossroads. You're like, do I want to do this? Maybe this is you wanting to sit down and having that clarifying conversation about, like, look, we need to work this out. Maybe this person is not approachable about it because they're being emotionally manipulative. They're being domineering, controlling, playing mind games, emotional mind games, that sort of things. What's this King of Cups about? This could be you guarding your emotions or the other person guarding your emotions because somebody doesn't know what they want. Either you or the other person. Looks like you do, though. Here we got this Queen of Swords here, and this could be anybody that's just very decisive and knows what they want. And then we've got this King of Cups here that is holding back their emotions partly because they don't know what they want, or this is somebody that's very frustrated, but yet, well, you know what? It could even be somebody that this is indicative of somebody being playing emotional mind games. It doesn't have to be. It could be somebody that's confused or somebody that's just like, you know what, I just don't know what I want. I'm going to hold my emotions back. I'm not going to get emotionally involved in the situation. So therefore, they're offering very little. Could be that. This could also be somebody that's very emotionally manipulative and withhold things as a way to control, or is domineering, and again gives very little. Either way, you are right to question and wonder if there is deception afoot, and there's just too much that you have very little control over here. This is not being able to put that like that, because either way it reads the same in this conversation. In this reading, it serves a reading either way, but this is all about you not being able to affect any kind of change in this. This is out of your control. This is about somebody's behavior and character, which you have no control over. And there's too many unanswered questions. And this is saying right here, I mean, we got the Death card here. And perhaps you're wanting to find out, like, look, what is going on? I've got a lot of questions, and they don't want to give you the answers. They're offering very little. And you're like, you don't value me, you don't respect me, you don't want the same things, you don't want the same security, or you don't have the same values and what I want in a relationship. We're not aligned here. And this is a solitary position, and we've got the Death card. So this is about you needing to end things because of someone's not coming clean either about their emotions. They're withholding information, they're withholding affection, they're offering very little. This could be somebody that just doesn't know what they want, and it's with no malice. So either way, we got an ending here, and do it quickly. Do it quickly. If you're sharing the same house, you need to move out. You need to take action and move swiftly. What's this? High Priestess for Aquarius. What's this High Priestess? Oops. Priestess for Aquarius. So we got the Sun here and the Sun here. Wow. Sun. Okay, so that you're going inward to figure things out. It looks like in turning to your intuition and turning to source, whatever you want to call it, whatever your go-to is for stopping and listening or relying on, all right, what does my gut say, that sort of thing. A lot is going to be illuminated. You're going to be able to figure or realize, this is realizations, turning inward and things being illuminated because of that. Sometimes this represents the connection that you still have with somebody, like that psychic link. But I think in this case, this is you getting some much needed me time, because right here, you're focused outward and you're worried about what's happening around you that you can't control. It is time to end that which you can't control that's causing you this sort of like friction or insecurity, or just like too many unanswered questions. Why are you doing this to me? Time for you to end that situation, move on, and get back to who you are. And this will dissipate. While you're in this situation, it's very confusing, and it's like you're kept kind of in the dark. But as soon as you get out of that and you turn inward, you get back to who you are, a lot of things will be illuminated. And the thing is, this happens when you start negotiating your gut feeling. You know what I mean? When you start going, no, it can't be that. This person cares. Or no, they didn't just say that. Or, well, why would they do that? Maybe I did something wrong. When you start doing all kinds of doubting, and when you're still in a situation like that, you're basically complicit in your own betrayal, because you know something's not right, but no, it can't be that way. They care about me. You move away from connecting to source or being intuitive to focusing outward and constantly trying to figure out and manage, and it's just more questions than answers. You know what I mean? It's very confusing, very confusing. This is you getting back to center. This is you reclaiming your power, so to speak. And I don't mean to sound all new agey, but honestly, moving away from this and the outer focus on trying to discern and figuring out what the heck's going on, and returning to that like knowing inside of you, where you're like, no, it doesn't matter what's going on out there, because I know who I am, and I know what I want, and I know what I will and won't accept. I set the standard. I'm not waiting for somebody to come clean and work with me on this. No. I'll take me and goodies and off I go, because I know what I'm worth. And this is male or female. This doesn't have to be, but doesn't have to be just for, this could be anybody that's dealing with somebody that's just not giving them their due in a relationship. Could be purposely keeping them in the dark. All right. So confirmation card for Leo, the Aquarius. Confirmation. I'm looking at the sun. That's why I said that. Confirmation card for Aquarius. Confirmation card. Hello. Confirmation card for Aquarius. Seven of Swords. You're right to suspect, or, well, yeah, you're right to suspect deception. This is a liar, cheater, thief card, and it also begets whoever, you know, happens upon this situation to move with stealth out of this situation. I think that's why this Eight of Wands is there, is because you need to get gone. You need to remove yourself from this situation, because you're, you know, it could be that someone's stealing from you, or there's, you know, deception afoot. But if nothing else, if it's not personal property, it's your emotional safety and your sanity. And there's something about this right here that is causing you to doubt who you are, to doubt yourself, to start to negotiate. Like, no, I shouldn't be feeling that way. Oh, no, this person's very nice. They didn't mean that. Whether they meant it or not, it's making you cloudy. And you don't need that. Someone's, you know, deliberately or not, but it's undermining how you feel. It's undermining your ability to see things clearly and to trust. And so you need to get out of there. I don't like that. Nobody gets to do that to you but you. Nobody gets to sabotage you but you. I mean, really. But so this is about someone's going to do what they're going to do anyway, and if they can't do it in the light of day, they're going to do it in the dark. They're still going to do it. They have their own agenda. They're going to do what they're going to do. You need to be strategic and get the hell out of Dodge. We got the Death, and then we got the Wands. Post haste, get out of there. There'll be time for this, going inward and processing and doing that inventory and kind of like, all right, but right now you need to get to safety, or get to just where you're separate from this situation, so you can start to collect yourself, and things will be illuminated then. But you can't do it when you're confused and focused outward. What else for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know? This is what they need to do, is end it and get out of there. What do you need to know? This person's just not going to give you your due. No. Queen of Swords reversed. The Seven of Swords again. So this is somebody that could be downright histrionic. I mean, drama queen, and just on the warpath, and very controlling and manipulative and emotionally manipulative, hot and cold. This to me personifies the bitch card. Not this. This is someone that might be kind of very discerning and pulls no punches, but they're fair and they're truthful and it's purposeful. But this is somebody that is with malice. This is somebody that's just all over the place. They have no boundaries or control of their own emotions. Everybody else needs to be in charge of them, making them happy. And hell hath no fury if you get in their way. And this, we got deception here. Deception, lying, cheating, thieving. And also, again, they need to be... So we got Seven of Swords twice. You need to get the hell out of there, Aquarius. Post haste, if you haven't already. If you are out, stay. Don't answer that text. Don't answer that door. There's nothing you can do about this situation. This is you... This right here is the next 3 months. This is you not doing anything. Because you can't change how this person is. No matter how hard they're going to try to convince you, quite possibly... At the best, this is somebody who just doesn't know what they want right now and is giving very little because of that. Nothing wrong with that. At the worst, this is somebody who is like this as a person, that they have poor character and you're the target. You're in the crosshairs, and it's like, this is you getting the hell out of Dodge and not answering that text, ending this, being secretive, shutting down, going no contact, if you will, and just leaving things completely in the air. Text, calls, everything goes unanswered. A Broadway play does not play to an empty audience. Eventually, stuff will die down. So if you're like, they just won't leave me alone, no, they will. If they can't get any supply from you, they're going to stop calling, texting, showing up, being dramatic. All right. What else for Aquarius? What's for a snapshot, please? Yeah. This is a very... Look at... We got clouds. Cloudy brain, cloudy head. This could be male or female. This is significant other, but this is all about somebody that... This quite possibly could be mental illness. Your person has a mental illness. Because this right here, we got the moon, and then we got... This is somebody that is... like, you know, what I said earlier, the very worst or the best. This could be somebody that has a mental disorder, or we could, in some cases, mental illness. Just saying. But this... is a relationship that has been just stormy and uncertain and very anything but calm and serene and nurturing from the get-go. And it has to do with the significant other. And that's why you need to end this, get the hell out of Dodge, and go dark. There's nothing you can do about this situation. This is about you going radio silent and not engaging. All right, Aquarius, I hope this was helpful. I wish you luck with this situation. I am sorry that it is not more positive, but I do hope you are able to get to where you need to be so you can start to understand what you've been through. All right, you take care.